Hey guys, Rachel here again. So today I wanted to do a controversial parenting tag. I've been seeing them all over YouTube from the other mother-baby channels that I watch, and so I really wanted to do one and get my opinions out there too. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get started. The first thing that I was going to talk about is co-sleeping. I am all for co-sleeping. I know that sometimes, I guess, co-sleeping can have a negative effect in later years, maybe. I don't know. I'm not completely educated on it. But I do have a 3-year-old nephew, and my sister co-slept with him for quite some time. He just turned 3, but last year he had a really bad ordeal with like night frights, like waking up in the middle of the night and screaming and like running up and down the hall wondering where mommy was because he was so used to her being there. However, I do co-sleep with Skylar, so I'm all for co-sleeping at the moment. Skylar, I've tried to move her in here to the crib several different times, but it's not really even her anxiety, it's more so mine. I don't really like her not being in the room with me, and sometimes, this may sound weird, but sometimes it's hard for me to fall asleep if Skylar isn't in there with me or if she's not in the bed with me. So, yeah, and also I breastfeed. I bottle feed sometimes during the day so that it's heavier, since we haven't really jumped on the solid food bandwagon like we've been introducing it, but so anyway, with breastfeeding, co-sleeping is just awesome because I can just throw her in the bed, throw her on my breast, and go back to sleep. We can both go back to sleep. So all for co-sleeping. Circumcision. I used to say that I was all for circumcision, but now I'm not really sure. I watched Gabe and Jessica's video about circumcision, and I kind of agreed with her opinion on, I mean, it's not your penis and it's not the family penis, so to quote her, why not let the owner of the penis decide? But at the same time, I think that it would probably just be quicker to get it done as a baby because later in their life, if they decided to, I don't know, I've talked to Zach about it, in later years it would probably hurt more and be more of a big decision. But then again, if you're circumcising as a baby, then I feel like that's kind of traumatic because I'm sure it's quite painful. So I'm not really sure where I stand on that. The next thing is baby wearing. I am all for baby wearing. I haven't really done a lot of baby wearing with Skylar. I did have the chest holder, but I only got to use it like twice, and I accidentally left it with my dad's side of the family down in Mississippi, so I haven't really gotten to get much use out of it. But for the 2 times that I did use it, it was great. So, yeah, all for baby wearing. I think it's great. Adoption. I'm all for adoption. I think that adoption is a much better alternative to abortion for those girls out there who just aren't ready or whatever the issue is. I think that adoption is great because there's lots of couples out there that would love to get pregnant and that would love to have a baby and to be in someone else's shoes and be pregnant, but they can't. And yeah, I think adoption is wonderful. Great idea. Abortion. I don't really know how to say where I stand on abortion. Obviously, I'm not for it. I don't think that it's, a good thing. But at the same time, I think that it kind of maybe depends on the circumstance, like the issue of rape or whatever. So I can't really say that I'm, hardcore pro-life or hardcore not. I think that it kind of just depends on the circumstance. Baby piercing. Baby piercing, I am not for. I will admit, yes, it's cute. Babies with the little diamond earrings, yes, it's adorable. But at the same time, your baby is a baby, and they can't make their own decisions. They can't tell you yes or no. And regardless of what you might think, ear piercing is painful. It's a needle going through the skin. I'm sure that it's painful, and I would imagine that it might be kind of traumatic. So even though it is cute, I am not for that. I will not be doing that with Skylar. For those of you that do or are for baby piercing, more power to you, but in my opinion, I, don't want to do that. So, formula versus breast. Definitely breast. Breast is definitely best. I have been breastfeeding Skylar. She is 5 months now, and I'm still breastfeeding. She does get bottles during the day, like I said, or like at bedtime, so they're heavy on her tummy, but I do still breastfeed. We will never switch completely over to formula until I dry up. Like, she may not be on the breast literally at 1, but I will still be pumping and freezing and giving it to her in a sippy, because the longer that you can breastfeed, I mean, some of you may think that's weird, but the longer that you can breastfeed, the better it is. Not only for the baby, but for you as a mom. With breastfeeding helps burn off the baby weight. Breastfeeding burns calories. Breastfeeding keeps your boobs big. Breastfeeding for baby, it boosts their immune system. It helps them to be healthier. It's good for bonding between mom and baby. So, I mean, there's tons of different reasons why I think breast is best. And I know that there's some moms out there that would love to breastfeed and can't, and so you're forced to go with formula, and that's fine, you know. Or for those of you that just don't want to breastfeed, that's fine. That's just my opinion. Public versus private school. I went to public schools growing up. However, with Skylar, if we have the money, I would like to get her into private school when she's older, school age, or homeschool, because with the way society is now, like, oh my God, and from what I've seen, like, from younger members of my family and what they go through at public school and how it is now, I am just not okay with it, like, at all. Public schools are so scary these days, and I feel like I want to protect Skylar from certain things that are in this world, and I feel like sending her to a public school would cause me to be unable to do that, because whatever I protect her from at home, she could still be exposed to at school, and there would be nothing I could do about it. So, vaccinations. Oh, vaccinations. Okay, so I have a guilty confession to make. Skylar was scheduled to go into the doctor at 4 months old to get her 3rd round of immunization shots. And the nurses and the doctor told me that when I brought her back in for that set, that she was going to be getting 6 shots at one time. Now, I know they have the 2-in-1 shots, and so you might be thinking, oh, 6 shots, not that bad, because she probably only get pricked like twice. No. Literally, she was going to get 6 different shots. And the first round we went in for, they had me, like, hold her hands and get her to laugh and, like, be entertained, and then they were holding her legs down, and they just got her in both legs at one time, and then the other lady had to do a second one, so she got 3, 2 in one leg and 1 in the other. And I felt so bad because she was just, like, screaming and bawling and turning red, and, like, oh, my God, I felt so horrible. I about cried, and the nurses were like, it's okay, you're doing what's best. So guilty confession, I'll get on with it. I did not take Skylar in to get those vaccinations. I know. So I still haven't taken her in, and she's 5 months, so she's like a month behind, and I'm still having an internal debate about whether to do it, because I don't want her to get sick, and I know that these vaccinations are like for like pertussis and shingles and like crazy stuff, but I don't know. I don't even really know what to think, because I know some people are like, oh, that'll never happen to me, that'll never happen to my baby, and then it does. So I don't know. I feel like that pain is traumatic. Once again, I'm all about, like, the trauma, and I don't know. I don't know where I stand on vaccinations. I'll say that I'm still battling myself about it and doing research, so just know that. Medicating children. I'm not really sure where I stand on that either. Not very educated on that at all. I think that, like, Tylenol or maybe something like that is okay. But as far as actually medicating a child with, like, antidepressants or, like, Ritalin or something, I'm not really sure where I stand on that, and I probably won't be sure until I have to face that in my own life. So, cloth versus disposable diapers. I use disposable. I've never used cloth. I think that cloth would kind of be messy, but I don't know because I've never used them. So, I prefer disposable. That's just my opinion. And then the last thing is the cry-it-out method. And I'm just going to say I'm not going to talk about the cry-it-out method on this video. You can go to my channel and look for cry-it-out method, my opinions, on my channel, because I'm actually going to do a whole separate video on that. So, anyways, yeah, this has been my controversial parenting tag. I hope that you guys enjoyed hearing my views and opinions on these subjects and what I had to say. And if you want to get your opinion out there, make your own tag and make a video response or post it in the comments and let me know what you guys think, or if you have any questions, something I didn't cover. So yeah, just let me know. I hope that you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks as always so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video.